Punta Mita has such a cool vibe. I love this town. So I'm going to give you an example of what I had to go through, and just to give you an idea of how much the prices are changing. I also wanted to comment on the importance of the bugs. Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Elena, and on this channel I share with you my journey of looking for real estate opportunities in beautiful Mexico, and specifically in Puerto Vallarta. For a couple of months now, I've been looking for investment opportunities in Puerto Vallarta area, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that you should know if you're considering purchasing a property here for investment or for a second home, and just what to expect when purchasing a property here in 2021. Because of the economic situation in the world, Puerto Vallarta area, so Nayarit and Jalisco in particular, have seen a huge influx of people coming in and purchasing, Americans, Canadians. So if 2020 have taught us anything, is that you know, anything can change in a day. And so what I'm seeing a lot of is, just by chatting with people, is that, you know, all those people who had plans to retire in 5 years but have the ability to do it now are just going for it. Also, there are a lot of people that used to have to go to the office to work, and now they can work from home. So for those reasons, the amount of digital nomads is growing by the day in Puerto Vallarta area. And because Puerto Vallarta area is very popular amongst expats, it's just seen a huge influx of people here in the last year or so. And just like in the rest of North America, and I'm generalizing here, but I'm talking about US and Canada specifically, the prices, real estate prices here have gone up significantly in the last 6 months or so. I'm gonna give you an example of, oh, camarones grandes are coming. We're just gonna have to wait a second.
Se prepare una sabrosa ensalada de camarón, una sopa de arroz con camarones, o como guste preparar el camarón, camarón fresco, camarón nuevecito.
Okay, the camarone card had passed. I can go on with my thought. So I'm going to give you an example of what I had to go through, and just to give you an idea of how much the prices are changing. I visited a development in Bucerias about 2 months ago, and for a 2-bedroom unit, the listing price was $167,000. Okay, the completion was happening in 8 to 9 months. I went back to that development because I wasn't sure. I needed to do my due diligence. Anyways, I went back to the development, and the prices 2 months later for the same unit was $225,000. It is pretty common for the developers to raise prices anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 per unit as they sell 5 units at the time. So this increase in price wasn't just because of the market change, it was also because of the activity that was happening and how fast the development was selling out. Just like anyone else, I also want to get a great deal when purchasing real estate investment, and my thought is that you make the money on the buy side. What does that mean? You're making the money when you're purchasing the property, so the better the price is when you purchase the property, the better off you are essentially. They come back. The camarón cart is back.
Pescado, filete de pescado especial para empanizar, mojarra nuevecita, mojarra fresquecita, mojarra especial para...
So after doing my research and waiting for 2 months, you can imagine I could not justify spending $58,000 more on the unit that would have been that much cheaper 2 months ago. So that brought me to explore other possibilities and go a little bit out of the traditional zone that Americans and Canadians are looking at. And so today we are in Punta Mita. And Punta Mita is a beautiful, beautiful resort town. It's a surf town. It is about an hour drive from the airport north. From Bucerias, it's about 35 minute drive. And it is halfway to Sayulita. The vibe of this town is very different. For me, it's San Francisco meets Tofino kind of vibe. And it's definitely growing. There's lots of opportunity here. So I'm checking things out here and I'm gonna share with you in the next videos of what I can find. For now, I'm checking out the pre-sale opportunities, so condos. There aren't very many here at the moment. There is one that I found that was interesting. I'm gonna share that info with you. There are more developments happening right at the beach, but they're quite a bit pricier than what I am looking to invest, but I will share that information as well. So based on that experience, what I would recommend anyone who is looking to purchase a property here in the near future is to have a good idea of the location you want to be in. So the location of the property you're looking to purchase. You definitely want to connect with the real estate agents and get on the list for any upcoming development, so then you get the opportunity to have the first dibs, if you will, on the properties when they first release, because that is usually when they are the best priced. I also wanted to share my experience with the realtors here with you and complement the system or the way it's set up. In some of the brokerages here, you will have, as a buyer, you will have your buyer's agent who will represent your interests, but you will also have a transaction coordinator, and that transaction coordinator is actually an attorney, a lawyer who explains the contract to you. Back in Canada, that is a bit of a different system, so the contracts are pre-drawn by the lawyers. However, it's the realtors who fill out most of the information in the contract that is pertaining to that particular transaction. So because of this difference in the way that the transaction is carried out, I actually really like the system, the way it's set up here in Nayarit and Jalisco areas anyways. And by no means am I an expert on this. I'm just sharing my experience with you. But if you need some more information, I'll be happy to connect you with agents and lawyers. Just comment below and I'll share that info with you. The buyer agent services are free for the buyers. The transaction coordinator services or attorney services in some of the agencies, I'm not sure about all, but the one that I've dealt with, are paid by the notary that you're dealing with. So essentially you just have your closing costs, but the services of the realtor and the attorney are free for the buyers. Let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful and if you would like any more information on the process. I believe that it's super important to do all the research prior to making this big decision. So I'm here to help, and if there's anything that you want to know, just comment below and I'll make sure to take that into consideration when making my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.